Alright, welcome back everyone. So, you know how everyone says, reach for the stars? Well, Cairn takes that literally, but with way more falling. This indie gem from the creators of Fury and Haven is a survival climber that will make your hands hurt just by watching it. You're Ava, a pro climber trying to conquer Mount Kami, a summit no one's ever actually topped. Because apparently, simple walks are just boring. This game boasts a realistic climbing simulation where every handhold and foot placement matters. Forget just holding up. You'll be managing posture, effort, and naturally trying not to plummet to your doom. It's basically a boss fight for your fingers, where you're also managing pitons, chalk, and trying not to starve. Good times. Well, what makes it unique? It delivers a brutally realistic yet oddly satisfying climbing mechanics that will feel like a puzzle and a fight all in one. Plus, it's from award-winning indie devs with incredible music and art, so you know the agony will at least look good. So you think you've got the grit? Go ahead, tempt fate, and see if you can finally conquer the mountain without actually getting cold. And by the way guys, thank you again so much for being here, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more indie games to come. Let's continue. Alright, so how many times you just want to hit things with your friend? Maybe with some added cosmic drama? Well, Tears of Metal is basically that, but Scottish. It's a medieval hack-and-slash roguelike where you carve through hordes to reclaim your island, you know, casual stuff, and like you're leading a formidable Scottish battalion, apparently because normal battalions just won't do. Try to figure out this whole dragon meteor invasion thing. You'll be smashing through vast battlefields, grabbing wild upgrades, and combining over 100 artifacts to create distinctive and devastating builds. Basically making your character totally broken in new ways every run. Plus, your soldiers actually get permanent upgrades between campaigns, so they're not just cannon fodder. Smart. And yes, you can play with friends because misery loves company, right? What makes it unique? Well, it got this endless build variety with over 1,000 or 100 artifacts, so you're always finding new ways to utterly destroy things. And let's be real, it's a co-op roguelike with permanent soldiers upgrades, which is just delightful chaos with friends. So if you're ready to embrace some glorious meteor-induced mayhem and maybe recruit a few kilt-wearing warriors, this one's for you. Okay, so if you're tired of games that don't make you tap your foot while simultaneously panicking, I've got your next obsession, Ratatan. It's a rhythm roguelike action game with every 100 tiny adorable characters. Casual, right? Well, basically, you're gonna be leading a massive rhythmic melee trying to defeat enemies by riding the beat. Because why just hit buttons when you can hit them with the rhythm? It's a side-scrolling frenzy online co-op for up to 4 players, so prepare for some glorious synchronized chaos, and you're all trying to reach the ever after to meet the goddess. It sounds pretty chill except for the whole intense battle and over 100 characters fighting part. Your judgment on where to position these little guys is pretty critical, so no pressure. And what makes it unique? It's the wildly unique blend of rhythm, action, roguelike progression, and side-scrolling chaos all rolled into one. And seriously, the vibrant 2D animation combined with over 100 characters on screen is just pure delightful mayhem. So if you're ready to march to the beat of your own drum, literally, and embrace some durable rhythmic destruction, you've got to check it out, Ratatan. Or have you ever fantasized about quitting your soul-crushing job and just like moving to a farm? Well, Neverway takes your dream and injects it with a healthy dose of Immortal Herald of dead god problems. Because, of course, it does. So you're Fiona, fresh off the corporate grind, now farming on a remote island. Only plot twist, you're also dealing with the nightmare reality that's leaking into yours, and you've got a debt to pay at all cost. Casual. You'll be managing your farm life, you know, because responsibilities, while also diving into fast-paced top-down combat. Well, the best part, your combat abilities actually come from making friends and maybe even dating some of the 10+ charming characters. Who knew social skills could get you so many buffs? And what's make it unique? It's got that intense blend of cozy life sim, horror RPG, and friendship-powered combat. Plus, it's co-directed by the pixel art behind Celeste, with of course music by Disaster Piece. So, you know, it's going to be a gorgeous and sound amazing while you're questioning your life choices. So if you're ready to rebuild your life, battle cosmic horrors, and pay a mysterious debt, maybe with a date or two, you've got to check it out. Neverway. Alright, so look, technically this next game, Atomic Heart, isn't an indie game, but hey, I like it, you might like it, so let's just pretend, okay? The sequel is dragging us back into that bonkers retro-futuristic universe, and yes, things are still utterly wild. This time, the global stakes are way up. You're diving into an open-world action RPG that's basically saying, hold my beer to other games in the genre. Expect a deep story, expanded RPG elements, and enough player freedom to probably get yourself into all sorts of trouble. Plus, the combat system has been re-engineered, so you can apparently use both hands at once for even more chaotic glory with your glove abilities, melee, and ranged weapons. Because one hand was clearly too limiting. What makes it unique? It's that uniquely bizarre blend of dystopia and stunning retro-futuristic visuals, all with realistic graphics that look incredible. And honestly, the return of beloved characters and complex lore means you're in for a plot thick enough to get lost in. So if you want to redefine your gameplay experience, explore a world that's equal parts magnificent and messed up, and frankly, enjoy some top-tier sci-fi weirdness, this one is for you. Alright, how sometimes you just want to vanish from your problems? Well, Mina the Hollower takes that literally. This new gem from the Shovel Knight devs, yes, you heard it right, is about to pull you into a pixel-perfect Game Boy colored inspired world, and trust me, you'll be happy to go. You're Mina, a renowned hollower, in a desperate mission to rescue a cursed island. Because obviously, that's what you do after a long week. You'll be weeping foes into oblivion, burrowing beneath hazards and monsters, because who needs to walk? And decking yourself out with an arsenal of sidearms and trinkets. This huge, dark world is brimming with secrets and interconnected levels, all with a masterful gameplay and a beastly bosses. It's basically a classic retro action, but with like a modern controls and widescreen visuals. Fancy. What makes it unique? It's that hauntingly authentic 8-bit visual style that feels like a Game Boy Color masterpiece, perfectly refined for today. Plus, the unique borrowing mechanic combined with a whip and customizable loadouts means your playstyle is always fresh and delightfully destructive. So if you're ready to descend into some gothic horror-inspired action, uncover secrets, and maybe even get nostalgic, you've got to check out Mina the Hollower. Now, what if you just want to take stuff that isn't yours? Not in real life, of course, but in this game, think As Thieves lets you live that dream, but with a way more magic and significantly fewer illegal repercussions. It's a PvPvE stealth game set in a gloomy, glittering 1910s metropolis. You're a rising master thief, sneaking and stealing your way through a city brimming with magic and intrigue. The cool part, every night is different thanks to its living world of stories and shadows. You're not just dealing with watchful guards, there are also rival thieves trying to snag your loot too. It's all about observation, clever planning, and then inevitably improvising when it all goes sideways. Because it will definitely will. You'll be picking locks, bamboozling guards, and hopefully escaping with a loot bag full of, well, loot. What makes it unique? It's that brilliant fusion of emergent multiplayer stealth with dynamic storytelling, so your criminal career feels genuinely personal, at least in-game. Plus, it's a new take on stealth from legendary minds like Warren Spector and Paul Neurath, so it's going to be cleverly designed to make you both brilliant and deeply paranoid, ready to outwit, outsneak, and outsteal everyone in a city full of secrets. Then you've got to check out Thick As Thieves. Alright, now listen up. Have you ever looked at your messy desk and think, I can organize an entire city better than this? Well, Town to City is your chance. Your cozy city survival lets you craft an idyllic 19th century Mediterranean dream without all the actual manual labor. From the creators of Station to Station, this game throws out the grid. And finally, you can actually freely place every single element from houses and shops to charming flower beds, building outward organically. It's all about nurturing your tiny community, meeting their sometimes demanding needs, and then watching your little town blossom into a bustling metropolis. You can even create multiple towns because apparently one perfect community just isn't enough. Plus, it's got a full campaign story in the sandbox mode, so you can stress about economics or just meticulously play replace every single bush. What makes it unique is a truly gridless building and a deep customization, letting you build whatever your chaotic heart desires. And honestly, the gorgeous voxel art style makes everything look so effortlessly beautiful. You'll probably spend more time in photo mode than actually playing. And if you're ready to embrace your inner urban planner, without the actual commute, you gotta check out Town to City. And have you ever told by someone, go touch the grass? Well, Out and About basically lets you do that, but without the awkward small talk or actual dirt under your fingernails. It's a cozy foraging adventure where you rebuild a community after a very rude storm. So Portobello just got hit by a storm. Typical? Now you're the hero who's gonna go identify over 100 real-life plants and fungi. Yes, you heard that right. Real-life knowledge. You'll be foraging for food, cooking tasty recipes, all 150 plus are real and apparently, and brewing herbal remedies for the townfolk. Basically, you're becoming the chillest, most knowledgeable resident while exploring dense forests and sunny beaches. Plus, you get to customize your character and make friends with charming locals, socializing and learning. Who knew? What makes it unique? It is a fun blend of cozy adventure with actual, usable, real-life knowledge, so you're basically learning while you play. And honestly, the emphasis on community rebuilding and sustainability in such a relaxing, open world is just super wholesome. So if you're ready to embrace your inner botanist, make some digital friends, and maybe even learn how to brew a decent tea, you've got to check out and About. Alright, listen up for our last game, how returning home usually means a warm welcome. Well, for the mouse in Winter Burrow, it means a ruined childhood home and a missing aunt. Because, of course, life always has to throw an extra challenges, right? In this cozy woodland survival game, apparently. So you're just this tiny mouse, fresh from the big city, presumably tiny mouse big city, now stuck braving a frozen wilderness to restore your burrow. You'll be gathering resources, crafting tools, and yes, even needing warm sweaters. Because warmth is critical when your aunt has vanished and your house is a disaster. You'll also be baking pies, meeting locals who are hopefully more helpful than your aunt was, and trying to solve the mystery of what happened. All at your own pace, thankfully, because no one wants to rush existential rodent dread. What makes it unique? It's a survival game that lets you play at your own cozy pace, focusing on crafting and restoration without constant panic, and honestly, getting to customize your mouse, decorate the burrow, and knit adorable sweaters is just peak wholesome survival. So if you're ready to embrace the charming, chilly adventure, solve a mystery, and maybe learn to knit, you've got to check out Winter Burrow. Now, for more awesome indie games, you can look at the lower left-hand portion of your screen. And thanks again for being here, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.